burning down pretty good now. Just wasted all this time and effort. Let's give this another shot. Hello, welcome back to another episode from Pale Horse Survival and Tactical. I'm Bill, glad you could join me. Today we're going to take another look at the staff sling. Well, welcome back. Some of you will remember earlier in this year I shot a video on the construction of the ancient staff sling and did a demonstration on that hurling some rocks at some large boulders, and it seemed to work okay. Not real super accurate. Of course, some of that might have been operator error on my part, and I haven't had a chance to really work with this thing a lot. I've been real super busy. So I'm sure accuracy would get better as time goes on. It's like anything else, you have to get used to it. But I brought the staff sling up today, and I thought, you know, instead of just being a staff sling, it'd make a good survival sling, or survival staff rather. So, you know, a few uses. It can be used as a, you know, a hiking staff, obviously, and it can be used as a weapon to hurl stones. I don't think it would work really good for hunting, and I'm going to include a link to the original video that I shot of this. I'll put that in the description box below if anybody's interested in checking that out. But it makes a pretty good hiking staff. I've used it for that purpose. And as far as a hunting implement, as far as firing stones out of it, it's not real super accurate. So I don't think I would use it as a hunting implement. But I thought, why not try and make a spear out of it? So I added some paracord here. That's just a standard compression lashing. And I brought up my spear point knife. I think what I'll do is I'll remove the leather thongs here and the pouch for slinging the stones. We'll go ahead and, something keeps biting my leg here. We'll go ahead and lash the spear point knife to the front and see how it works as a spear. I'm just trying to think of some additional uses that this could be used for, kind of a multi-purpose tool. And I've also added, probably can't see that in the video, and I'll give you a closer shot in a moment. I added at 1-inch intervals all the way down the length of the staff marks. I do a lot of building out of natural materials, primitive type construction. And I don't always have to measure things, but I figured, yeah, why not put marks on here at 1-inch intervals if I ever have to measure something. So I went ahead and did that. Give you a little closer look here. You can see the little marks I placed in here. and those run the entire length of the staff. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, let's go ahead and lash the knife to this. And I have a couple dead trees. I'm not going to practice on live trees, obviously. Oh, so I trip over something and kill myself here. I'm not going to practice on live trees, so we'll go ahead and we'll practice on, do a few practice throws on a few dead trees here and see how it works. Stay tuned. Okay, go ahead and remove this paracord here. If you're not familiar with the compression lashing, we'll go ahead and show you how to do that. It's a very convenient way to attach something to another object, one object to another. Make sure I'm frame here, in frame. So it seems to be a little flatter on this side, so I brought my old trusty, and those of you who have been following me for some time know of my old trusty $8 cheapy flea market knife. It's spear point. I've had this thing for probably 15 years and have absolutely beat the snot out of it and haven't been able to break it. And you know, I've got a lot more expensive knives. This thing's actually become one of my favorites. So I chose this knife because it's relatively flat as opposed to my other knives that have the handle scales. So I figured it would probably ride on here a little bit easier. Okay, so to do the compression lashing, we're going to form a loop here. Want to leave a little bit of a tail at the bottom because you're going to need that at the end to tighten this. I'm actually going to bring the loop up to about here because I'm going to end it up in this area here to give it a little more stability at the top. So run your loop. You're going to start it down here at the bottom. It's a little bit unwieldy here at first. I'll bring my thumb down here so I can grip it a little lower. And wrap it around the your tail that you have hanging down here. Pull it tight. And you don't want to overlap your turns. You can place them side by side, but don't overlap them. Just like this. Make sure the knife stays straight here. Now it's easier to do that we're getting some tension on this. I don't know if I'm going to have enough paracord. I might have enough to reach the top here. That's why I'm starting to put a gap in between so I can cover the length of this tang. I don't want to run short and just have the the bottom half wrapped, because then it'll tend to move around. The knife will. Yeah, I don't know. Looks like we might be okay. I'll start bunching these turns up again. Make sure your loop stays straight here. Yeah, I think we'll have enough cordage. Now we're going to go ahead and just go right over onto the top here. Now when you get up here, you want to take your running end and pass it through the loop. Just like that. You can hold that, keep tension on it. Now you're going to go down to the bottom to the original tail that we started with. You're going to pull that. You see that loop? It's sucking this tail in. Just like that. And that is a compression lashing. It tightens itself and secures itself up here at the top. I don't want to pull any more because I don't have a long tail there. If I pulled more, it would actually pop loose. It would lose its tension, and I could actually pull that out of there. So now I've got pretty good tension on here. I can actually have enough tail at the bottom. Might as well utilize it at the bottom here. A little more security on this. Alright. It's on there pretty good. It's pretty secure. Let's go do a few practice throws with this and see how it works. Seems to look alright. It's definitely nose heavy. Stay tuned. I shall return. Man, that thing went in probably 2 inches. I'm going to start going for distance. I'll reposition the camera in a bit. Still getting used to this thing. going to reposition the camera. Stick with me. It's like the on one of the throws, it grazed the tree and broke the paracord here, so I'm going to have to relash this on and do some more practice throws, but seems to be working okay so far. Let me go ahead and fix this. Looks like we lost that much of the paracord, so stick with me, I'll be back. Okay, relashed it. I didn't run the cordage on the outside of the handguards here. I had it looped over here and running through here originally, and it grazed the tree and cut the cord up here, so I kept it back behind here so it'll help protect the cordage. So this is what we've got lashed up and ready to go. So let's try this again. Well, it seemed to work okay. Pretty happy with it. Accuracy, of course, comes with practice. I was starting to get a little more accurate towards the end there. It's got pretty good weight to it. When there was a couple times the knife had sunk in almost 3 inches into the tree, so it has quite a bit of weight behind it. Could it be used for self-defense? Yeah, if that's what you needed, it could be used for that. Could it be used for hunting? I'm going to say it probably could be, if that's all you had. Say you were hunting deer, for instance. It would definitely be an ambush type of situation. You'd have to be pretty close. More than likely it'd be probably a lung shot. Then you're going to be tracking. Would it work? Probably. It might. In a pinch. So could it be used for, to put food in your stomach? You're not going to get squirrel with it. I pretty much guarantee you that. You're not going to get close enough. I was firing this from, throwing it from a distance of probably, the furthest that I got out was probably 10 yards, 12 yards. Wasn't very far at all. The further out you get, your accuracy starts to suffer. And of course, it doesn't have the energy behind it to sink the knife blade into your target. So, but it worked okay. I'm pretty happy with it. So this is the few extra uses for the staff sling that I came up with. And so I use it as a hiking staff. It works really good in that aspect. As far as the staff sling goes, you can check that video out in the description box below. It works okay. It fires stones in. It hurls them in at a pretty good rate. The accuracy is not good. The staff sling was used, as I explained. Ouch! Knelt down on some stickers. That wasn't good. Staff sling, as I explained in the first video on this, it was used by the Roman legions as a siege weapon, and you'd have a whole bunch of soldiers, probably hundreds, all firing these stones in. So it's just a hail of stones coming down, but it wasn't really meant as a pinpoint type of weapon. So you basically just hailed down a lot of stones downrange, and if you get enough stones in the air, of course you're going to hit something. But as far as using it for hunting, it wouldn't work for me. There may be people out there that are a lot more accurate than I am with it, but you'll see in the video, I mean, it works okay. I'm looking at the big boulder behind the camera here where it still has marks, the impact marks. The stones, some of them were, they were softball size, hitting the face of that granite boulder, and they were just exploding into pieces. So it definitely has power. It'll hurl them in. But as far as self-defense or hunting, it's really not accurate enough. This is a lot more accurate, the spear. So as a hiking staff, and then I put the little 1-inch marks on here as a measuring tool. So I build a lot of things primitively from natural materials. So it'd be kind of nice to have a little measuring tool there built into this. So, and I may come up with some other ideas with this. If I do, I'll shoot another video. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did making it today. Please like, subscribe, and share. I want to take this opportunity to wave a hand at all of my new subscribers. I definitely appreciate your viewership and support, and definitely appreciate all of my old subscribers that are hanging in there. For the new subscribers, it's important that you know I don't make any money with this channel. It's strictly a labor of love. I do giveaways from time to time, and I was hoping to do more this year. I think I did a couple. I was hoping to do 2 or 3 more, but time has been very short with me, so I haven't been really able to stay on top of that as much as possible, and even my filming schedule is way off this year as well. I probably shot about half the videos I normally do, but my work is super busy, and I have projects that I'm involved in. And my Toyota rock crawler parked right over here. I just rebuilt the tranny transmission on it, and rear engine seal, and got all that buttoned up. The bearings were shot in the transmission, so it's been a project I've been needing to get to for a while. So anyways, that's one big thing I can check off my massive to-do list, and it goes against my better judgment. But I might be involving myself in building another rock crawler pretty soon. And every time I build a car, motorcycle, or a crawler, I always tell myself it's going to be the last one. After going through the labor and the expense and the time and the cussing and sweating and busted knuckles and lacerations, and somehow I never learned. So anyways, I haven't quite decided if I'm going to get involved in another one yet, but it's maybe an 80% possibility. So anyways, that'll be a winter project, and hopefully unveil that in the spring. It's going to be nice if I decide to undertake it. Anyways, so I will see all of you very soon on the next video. Everybody take care. Bye-bye.